following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man in my thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to Crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your wanna be, Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We have a very good show for you guys today, but before we talk about that, let me introduce my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hi. As I choke to death on my show, I am so infected with this friggin' desert we live in. The rains came to Palm Springs. Everything in the desert is blooming. Everybody I know is suffering, from my children, my daughters, to friends, to people in LA. California is under attack from weeds or flowers or whatever.
Plus, it's very
windy. I can't wait to get to Long Island where it's nice. You know, ocean breezes and soft
Speak
days.
up a little bit. They say they can't hear you.
They can't hear me. How's that? My big mouth, you can't hear?
Let me make sure I got the
Jesus
volume up
Christ,
all the way.
my voice must have really gone.
Yeah, it's up all the way, so.
That's because my voice has gone from this allergy. It's for the birds. As you know, I've been suffering from it for weeks. You think I look nice today? I do. You know why? A little extra special nice. We're going to Marcel Waltz, my dearest friend in the world, his new movie, and the red carpet. And this is what I'm wearing. It's a corduroy jacket over a forest green shirt. But wait, what is it? The pants. Oh, I have to put my leg up. Hang on.
That's not good. There we go.
Look at the pants that go with the shirt, that go with the jacket.
Okay.
And my shoes are brown Docksiders. So I kind of look like a college man. Professor who thinks he's a teenager. How's that? A professor who thinks he's a teenager.
Yes.
In other words, an old bag trying to look young. It's a sharp outfit. I like it. And it'll look good when we get on the red carpet and take pictures.
There we go.
So what are we doing today? I'm not good.
Here we go.
Our guests better be easy, or else.
Our guests are going to be great. Can you guys hear that better now? Because I just changed the microphone to the microphone.
Yes, and my voice is gone. So please don't go by my voice.
So somebody in the chat room tell me if you can hear us better now.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not working on a movie because I would be in big trouble.
Okay.
You know, we have to keep the scenes the same. We shoot on Monday a scene, and then 3 weeks later we shoot the continuation of that scene, which means if you have one voice pattern and then you switch to another one and it's the same scene, you can't do it because it looks stupid. So when we're like this, we have a nurse on the set, and the nurse dopes you up with everything. She shoots you up with heroin, morphine, everything. Not really.
I didn't understand any of that. Why?
Of course you didn't, because you don't pay attention to me.
No, but why are we talking about shooting one day on a scene?
Because all you do is use my body. You just use my gorgeous body.
What's up?
And then once you're done using my body, you don't give a fuck about me.
Right.
Made me curse. See that? And I wasn't going to curse today.
That's okay. So what's up, chat room? We want to welcome people in the chat room. Stefan Bell's in the chat room.
Hi, Stefan. How's my gorgeous Tina?
Dawn Hinton is in the chat room. Likes your watch.
Hi, Dawn. Yeah, this is a watch given to me by Tits. That's Eileen Shapiro's nickname, Tits.
You have to show it. You can't hold it down
Hang
there.
just a second. Are you directing again?
Yes, well,
I'm
nobody
not
can
in the
see-
mood today.
I know, but nobody can see it
You
when
know
you're
what?
looking
I'm
at it down
I'm
there.
gonna blow snot.
But
all
you know,
over-
most people listen.
I'm going to blow snot all
Anyway,
over
come
your
on, 'cause
black
I have
shirt.
stuff to talk
Shut
about.
up!
Let's
I'm going
go.
to blow snot all over your black shirt, you prick. Anyway, this is a what do you call it? Michael Kors watch that Eileen Shapiro gave me for Christmas. Isn't it lovely? Isn't that a nice gift she gave me?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Next year, Eileen, I want a diamond gold Rolex.
Yeah, me too. So what's up? Who else is in the chat room? Lady Lake is in the chat room.
Hi,
Lady Lake
Lady
Music
Lake.
is in the chat room.
Who?
B. Claudia joined us.
B from Join My Knee.
So is Hub Reynolds Jr. is in the chat room.
Hub, I don't know if you saw our show last week, but I wore that gorgeous Indian bracelet you gave me, the big suede one with the Texas. Anyway, I wore it, and I said that if people liked it, they could order it from you.
I don't know if he's still doing it or not, but he says he missed us last week.
I know
So,
you were,
hey.
and I pushed your bracelet last week.
So yes, we're going to see Brute 1976, Marcel's new movie. The premiere is tonight. It should be a lot of fun. Hub says loves you. We have two great guests today, you guys. I'm super excited. The first guest is Matthias, and I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, Matthias Hughes. I think he's German.
Why do you have difficulty with people's names?
I just because it could be Matthias, it could be. There's lots of ways
you
you
look
pronounce
at it and you do it phonetically.
No, it doesn't matter. That doesn't
If
make
it's a
any
European
difference.
name,
He's German, I think.
a German,
I think he's going to be calling us from Germany.
Then you have to pronounce it German. What is his name?
Mathias. Matthias, I think. Matthias.
Oh, there's an S on the
Yeah,
end?
Matthias Hughes.
Mythos. Hey, be Claudia. How do you pronounce it?
She'll
Bisola.
find out. We'll
Bisola.
find out in a minute.
Bisola is
She
in
says
Germany.
Matthias.
Matthias.
So Matthias Hughes, and then we have Tom Matthews coming on, you guys. So Matthias Hughes is a great action star. He's worked with all the fucking huge action people. And he's got a new movie that came out today, actually. That's got a bunch of people that are friends that have been on our show before. Cynthia Rothrock, we were with her at the Academy Awards party that we went to Sunday night, and she's in the film, and should be a lot of fun. And then we have Tom Matthews, who everybody knows him for Living
Before you
Dead
do
movies.
that, we have to talk about the Oscar party we went to.
Yes.
Insane. Thousands of people, no one in show business probably, all a bunch of people that bought a ticket. The ticket was $300 a person. And these people spent.
Well, there was a bunch of ticket prices, but
some was it $200 for
$250, $300,
so
$350.
These are people, regular people in the street, audience, people that work in supermarkets, and they came all dolled up like where they were going because they don't know what they're doing. They think if you look like a drag queen, you're going to get discovered. To take over the spot. When I used to go to events of the Oscar years ago, only the people involved with the film or actors went. So we would stand around and talk about our craft. Today, Sunday, excuse me, I'm dying. Sunday, it was just ordinary people, not speaking about the business. They were all getting on the red carpet doing all this posing stuff. I wanted to smack them. I wanted to say, get the fuck off that carpet. You don't deserve to be on that carpet. You're not in the movies. You have nothing to do with our business. Why are you here? Your audience. You're supposed to buy a ticket and watch our films and applaud. That's all.
Anyway, not everybody was not in it.
Well, what's wrong with you today? Today you're irritating. You're very irritating.
I want to talk too.
You'll
we
talk.
got some great people.
When we want people to go to the bathroom, we'll make you talk.
Yeah, right. Anyway, Cynthia Rothrock was there, who when she came on our show, we got 12 million plays. Patrick Kilpatrick was there. We got to meet Lauren Tilton Jacobs, you guys, from Welcome Back, Kotter, believe it or not. I don't know if you guys are old enough to know what Welcome Back, Kotter even is. But that
the
was
real
a huge
stars
show.
were Kate Linden.
Kate Linder was there.
My sweetheart, who I love.
Patricia Darbo.
Patricia Darbo.
Patricia Darbo.
And that's about it.
Don the Dragon Wilson was there.
Right. About 5 celebrities were invited to come there, and none of them showed up. Now, did they do that just to get people to buy tickets, or did all these 5 stars forget that it's bad manners to be advertised to be in a show and not show up? One was Lou Ferrignon, who I've met a million times, and Lou is a nice guy. So I don't really think that Lou gave it a yes to going there. I think that the PR people gave a bunch of names so they could buy tickets, which is fraud, but that's what we live in, fraud. Our whole country is fraudulent now.
Either way, it was very good for business, and it was very good for our show. Everybody knew who we were.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's the thing that freaked me out. So many people came up and said, Ron Russell, how are you? And I looked at them like, I don't know who these people are. And I just smiled and I said, oh, fine, thank you. And how are you? Good to see you. No idea who they are. And we love your show. You're very funny. You're a great new concept of a talk show. You're not boring like other shows. I mean, just the nicest people in the world came up to us. And I don't think any of them have ever really seen our show.
Yeah, they have, because they wouldn't say it.
I mean, a lot of times people.
How would they know us?
Well, a lot of times somebody will say, there's Ron Russell to someone, and then that person runs over and says, hello, Ron Russell, and has no idea who you are.
Even the security guards were asking to take pictures with us. Like the people doing security and stuff were like, oh my God, we love your show. And they
yeah,
were taking
really.
pictures with
I
us.
was so overwhelmed with all of the attention and the compliments. It was a wonderful evening for us on that viewpoint.
And it was great because we sat at the table of Dream Cinema Productions, which is two of the films that we're going to be working on this year. One of them is Death Realm, The Haunting Begins, and the other one is called Psionic Rush. And
if you ever saw these guys, they look like hitmen from Brooklyn, mafiosos, all of them. So, of course, my boss, who's Racer, that's his name, Racer, I call the boss, the head of the mob. And they're just a bunch of great guys that we're going to be working with 4 weeks in trailers in Nevada. If we don't kill each other, we're going to remain good friends forever.
No, it's going to be fun. So real quick, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. You can listen to the show, on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Prime.
And I have good news for you people out there. If you remember The Nanny and you remember Fran Drescher's mother, Renee Taylor, well, Renee and I are working right now on her coming in on my movie, playing the star's sister. It will be hilarious because we're going to have the best comedians left in the world in my movie. What is it called? The
Cursed Gift of Magic.
The cursed, what is it?
The Cursed Gift of Magic.
Is that it?
Yes.
The Cursed Gift of Magic. And Renee Taylor, she loves the script, so I think she's coming in. We're just negotiating contracts. So that's good news. I would love to work with Renee Taylor. She's just the funniest lady around. You remember her from The Nanny. She played the mother.
Anyway, we're going to move forward with our first
Yes,
guest.
let's go to our first
All right, let's
guest.
bring him on.
Hello, how are you doing, guys?
Good. How are you?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
I have a question for you. So is it Matthias? Matthias? How do we pronounce it correctly?
It's Matthias.
Matthias. See?
That's what I said. I said that, and you said no.
Matthias. All right. I just wanted to get it right so we can do a proper introduction.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, because I'm German, so that's why it's spelled the same, but it's pronounced. The I is Matthias in Germany.
I explained that to him. I'm Italian.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Europe. I was raised with ethnic German, Italian, Jewish. My neighborhood was a big melting pot. Brooklyn, a melting pot.
Brooklyn. Yeah.
Yes. So you learn accents. I want to tell you something.
wait. I want to introduce him so people know who he
I'll
is.
introduce him. Go ahead.
All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, action superstar Matthias Hughes. Hello and welcome to the show. This is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host Ron
I
Russell.
was so excited to give him the best compliment he ever got.
Okay, go.
If we cut your hair short and darken it, you can look like the brother to the actor we love.
Oh, that helps a lot.
Richardson's husband, the passed away Richardson girl.
Oh, Liam Neeson.
You look like Liam
Neeson.
How many people have told you look like Liam Neeson?
A few, but mostly it's the guy from Eagles. What's
Glenn Fry? Or no, who's the guy from
There's one who has the longish blonde hair.
I'm not sure. Look it up.
You're as handsome as Liam Neeson.
Oh, that is so nice. I mean, I have to say, Liam Neeson is one of my favorite actors.
You do look like him.
So now, have you worked with
Oh, wait
Liam
a minute.
Neeson yet?
I think
No.
Liam is English,
He's
but
English,
just
yeah.
about
Oh, yeah.
his
He
name.
has a huge advantage because he's English.
It's an Anglo name, but it could be German. Neeson. If you spell it U-M.
Oh, they're saying you look like Joe Walsh is the guy from the Eagles.
Joe Walsh. I'm like, okay, wherever I go.
I have a chat room full of people. They're very, very good. So say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hi, guys in the chat room. I'm
And then
so
we have-
grateful for you tuning in, by the way. Thank you.
And we have one of our favorite people in the world. Her name is B. Claudia. She's in Bonn, Germany. And so she says hi from Bonn. So say hi to B. Claudia because she's putting all
Hallo
kinds of
Claudia, wie geht's dir? Hier ist der Matthias. Schönen guten Abend. Wir haben ja schon 8 Uhr abends, ne?
See
I
that?
have no idea what that was, but I'm sure it was good, B.
Look, some people don't like the compliment that you look like someone. They
Oh,
really,
no, I don't care.
they don't enjoy it.
You know, interesting enough, I was never someone that wanted to be someone else in that particular, you know, everybody usually is who they are, right? And I noticed when I came to Hollywood that if people wanted to be like Van Damme or they wanted to be like Arnold or Steven Seagal and they look just like it and act like it, they never really were so successful with it because there is already a Jean-Claude Van Damme, right?
Exactly. But I
So-
always wanted to be Cary Grant because I love.
Oh, well, you look like, yeah, I mean, look at you. I
Wait a
mean,
minute. Everybody, since I'm a kid, said I look like Tony Curtis, and
Tony.
I sound like Tony Curtis. I
Well,
knew Tony well. The first time I met Tony, I said, you know, people think we look alike, and Tony said,
Right.
no, we don't. I'm better looking. He was better looking. But Tony Curtis was a sweet. So I was happy that I looked like somebody so wonderful. Tony was a wonderful human being,
yes, he was.
a
And it's
wonderful
always
actor, a wonderful person.
I don't think people try to offend you. I think they're really, when someone tells you something, they're meaning it at that moment. You know what I mean? It's like it's an actual compliment because you associate the persona or the look of someone that you like or familiar with, right?
Okay, next question.
No, wait. I want to.
How many broken bones do you have?
Well, you know,
Let's
quite
hear
a
it.
few, quite a few, but I'm doing pretty good, I have to say.
Nothing broke?
No,
Ever?
no, just, you know, knee surgery and shoulder broke. I mean, not broke, it's just bone on bone. I'm 65, so obviously that comes with age, that comes, you know,
But you look like 65.
oh, I don't know,
You're
but
a baby.
you know, we have good days and bad days, right?
I'll be 84 in May.
Are you serious?
Yeah, talk about old eggs. Talk
He's
about
going to be 84. I'm 60.
84
I'll be
years
60.
old in
I'll be
May.
60. So we're kind of like in the same ballroom.
and no facelifts, nothing. Just good eating, a lot of Italian food, a lot of olive oil.
This is crazy. How old did Tony Curtis get?
Tony passed away at 86 or 9, 86, I believe.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, you really look like him. I tell you, I met Tony a few times in Vegas and he was always very nice.
Wasn't he a character? Was he not a character, Tony?
I don't want to tell you where I met him, but it was very Vegas. Let's put it that way. He was all Vegas. He was all like in the movies. You know what I mean? He's like
He
the real
was
deal.
He
And
was.
I'm nobody compared. You know, I'm just started out, and he was so nice to me, and I never forgot this. Never.
Oh, absolutely.
I love his stories. That I would have lunch with him, and he would talk about Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the things he said about Marilyn were shocking. He said that Marilyn Monroe gave the best head.
You know what? Maybe she did, and quite.
No, but he did, and he said that he got her pregnant, and that he was going to marry her once, years ago, before she became famous. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I don't know if the public knows that, but it's okay to know because Tony said it in front of 12 different people.
Oh
So,
wow! And it's out now.
Tony's very outspoken. Tony did not hide anything. I said to him, Tony, you wrote in your book or somewhere that you're gay. He said, I'm not gay. I said, well, where did I get that from? He said, you got it from that I said I have sex with everybody. I don't care, men or women. Man or woman. That's what
I
he
mean,
said.
you know, he lives in Hollywood. What can I say?
I have
You said it. You said it.
I have
Matthew.
first of all a couple of things to go over. Number one, I just want to know: do you know Sven Ole Thorson?
Yes,
Because
very good. Very
I'm
well.
very good. We're very good friends with his. I'm very good friends with his wife, and they've both been on our show, and we have some other friends that are friends with him, and he's in your same genre, big, Bill.
Yeah. I know Sven since the first year I got to Los Angeles in 1986, because we all hang out at Rose Cafe. Arnold, Sven, Van Damme, Ralph Miller, you name it, all the big guys, right? And so Sven and Arnold, they started I call it like the Knights Templar table, where Arnold was
You
always.
look like the Knights Templar.
Oh, it really is like that.
You look like Sinclair.
And
Clair.
Arnold is the king, right? He sits at the head of the table, and then there's Sven. I was there sitting sometimes. Lou Ferrigno, everybody that was like in this group of big muscle guys, and Arnold is the king, and everybody's like laughing or joking when he laughs. When he's joking, we laugh. I mean, he was clearly the king, right? And Sven was like his best friend, yeah, for sure.
That is so nice to look at. Don't you find him interesting?
Yeah.
You have an interesting face. Some people are just good looking but boring. Did you ever see
right.
handsome, boring people? You have an interesting face, a face
thanks.
that you want to explore. I could really see you playing anything. I mean, if you had your hair pulled back, you could play Mafia. You could play King. You have a very, very good Hollywood face. Very good.
Well, if you saw the promo we used too, like that we used for him without his shirt on, he's like
Oh, he's built?
he's like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, maybe you'll take your shirt off for our ladies. Ladies, you want to see his body? I bet you. All right, girls.
Look.
Wait.
Anyway, hold on. So first of all, we went to this Oscar event on Sunday, and Don the Dragon Wilson was there, and Cynthia Rothrock was there, and I told her that we were having you on the show because she's been on the show a bunch of times, and she told me to tell you that you're going to be in Black Creek 2.
Oh, wonderful. Good. I mean, I have to say I love Cynthia. My first movie I've ever done was with Cynthia. So we got Divergenized in this movie together. Basically, our first American movie.
Virginized.
Yeah.
That.
And,
So
she's the best. She's so cool, this girl. I love her because she's the first girl I ever did a movie with,
She's so cool. She's very nice. I hung out with her a bunch Sunday night, and she was on our show in October. She was on our show in October.
I saw the pictures, by the way.
Yeah, so she's fabulous. So then, wait.
She's the one wearing the red Chinese.
No, that's Kat Kramer. No, Cynthia Rothrock is the female version of him who kicks everybody's ass and everything.
Right,
so
right.
I want to go. So first of all, I've seen all your movies, especially the ones that you did in the 80s and the 90s, because I was a huge fan, and I didn't actually know your name. I just knew you were the big, guy who kicked everybody's ass. And then I started seeing you in movies from people that are all our friends, and then we had Max Searchy on. Churchy, I don't know how to pronounce it. And you're in the Andromeda Wars, and I was like, shit, we got to bring this guy on the show because he's like the biggest action star ever. He's so much fun. And my two favorite action movies of all time are Bloodsport and Best of the Best. Those are those are like my made me love the genre. And now I know you have a new movie that just came out today, The Last Kumite. And I watched the trailer a bunch today, and I love the soundtrack that's in it. I know it's going to be, it's a total throwback to the 80s. And I have a question is David Young, is that Bolo Young's kid?
Yes, it is. Isn't that
How
something?
cool is that?
Isn't that something? He looks just like Bolo Young, has an incredible body. And it's like Bolo Young cloned into himself again, being Bolo Young, but it's his son. So for the viewers who don't know, Bolo Young was fighting Bruce Lee. He became famous with that, and then he was fighting Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's the ultimate bad guy, Chinese. very intimidating guy. I got to tell you that. And I fought him a couple times myself.
Fought him in, how many movies have you fought him in?
Just one.
Okay,
Just one.
I watched that. I watched the clips of that.
Question.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of Jason Statham,
I am.
and I watched his latest movie.
The
Pardon me,
Beekeeper.
I
The
have-
Beekeeper.
I have desert dust attacking me. We live in Palm Springs in the desert.
Oh, you
And
live
we-
in Palm Springs?
Yes.
We just saw Beekeeper.
How do you like it?
Never seen an action figure person beat up 35 big men
Secret Service agents.
in one in 1.5 minutes. What do you think of that? You think they've gone too far?
Well, lately everybody goes a bit far. I have to say, like John Wick style, right?
Yes.
I do like Jason Statham a lot. He's so handsome, rugged. I'm sick of these super good-looking guys. You know, I mean, this, like we talked earlier, he's like an interesting person,
Very
Mhm.
interesting.
very intense. And I met him one day. He's not so big, but he doesn't need to be big.
He's
You
short.
know what I mean? Yeah.
How
And
tall? How tall are you?
You're 6'2",
6'5".
right?
6'5". You're huge.
6'5". You
Yeah.
could play. You could play. What's his name in a minute? Dear God, being 83, the one thing is my mind is gone.
No,
What?
come on.
I forget names. Listen, you know how many people I've met in my life? 83.
Yeah.
A lot of
Especially in Hollywood.
King Lear. You could be a perfect King Lear. I'd love to see you as King. Did you ever play King Lear?
No.
Shakespeare.
Wow.
You ever do Shakespeare?
It's a tall order, Ron. It's a tall order.
Yes.
But
you
did-
could absolutely do it, though. Wait, I want to go
Did you
back.
ever?
though.
Did you ever do Shakespeare?
No, I because I'm German, it's rather difficult. I have to have this English accent and all this. Possibly I would take a stab at it, but people usually don't, want to see me doing Shakespeare. You know what I mean? They kind of
I
want to
think
see.
you're very Shakespearean looking. Oh, extremely Shakespearean. Totally.
You want to hear something strange, Ron? Whenever in my whole career, it was like this. It's almost 37 years. People always said, "Oh, you need to cut your hair because then you can play serious roles and you've been taken seriously. Forget the muscles, all that bullshit." So then I cut my hair. I lose all my muscles, and I show up somewhere, and people say, "What the hell happened to you?" You know?
Exactly. No,
Exactly.
you
There's
look-
no winning this game, and I'm about to this close again to cut my hair because my wife keeps saying, cut the hair. You need to change your look, you need to become 65 and this, like a man with,
no.
you're no longer your body.
If I were casting you, I would not cast you living on Long Island in New York in a little house with children. I certainly would not cast you as Father Knows Best. No way. Your look is so perfect. Don't change it. Because today, like my look,
Yeah.
I play Mafia all the time. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Maybe because I'm from Brooklyn and I'm Italian.
You
and
look like, you know what I mean.
like
you know.
one. And I look like one. So they cast me all the time as a mafia. But if I had long hair like you, I would look like Jane Russell.
Yeah.
You know,
That's funny.
remember
Yeah.
Jane Russell, the movie star?
That's so funny that you say that. It makes sense in a way, right? So
Right.
yeah, everybody is the way they are. Like
No.
for instance, Liam Neeson is always Liam Neeson, and no
I
matter
love
what.
We love Jimmy and I are such fans of his. He is the strongest performer without doing a fucking thing.
Man, he really is.
He stands on there and he's shot with the
Yeah.
camera, and we're all in love with him. He
Yeah.
is the most wonderful actor.
Have you ever met him or seen him?
Never. I would love to meet him and shake his hand and tell him, you know what? I hate everybody in Hollywood because they're all full of shit. But you, I like because you're an honest actor.
Okay.
Actors have to be honest. Do you like actors that are not honest? Hello, let's do lunch, you're fabulous people. I can't stand them.
Yeah, it's Hollywood. So I mean, I've been there for so long. Now I'm in Germany because my mom is older. She's 94. she's at her end, right? So
God bless her, 94.
yeah, God bless her, huh?
So do you
Anyway.
just come back for roles? Then you just come back for to do roles.
Yeah. And but I just shot a movie here. Last Kumite was shot next door where I live.
Cool. Oh wait, which I want to go back to that. So
a,
you guys,
a German movie or in English?
No, it's a martial art movie that's kind of like a homage to the 80s, 90s blood sport kickboxer film. And as you mentioned, Jimmy, there's Bolos Young in there, Cynthia Rothrock, Billy Blanks. I don't know. You guys know Tybo, Billy Blanks?
yeah, I do. I know all the action. I've seen every movie. I love all the different movies. No Retreat, No Surrender. I've seen all of them. Kickboxers. I've seen all of them.
Jimmy and I
watch
go in
all
different directions.
Yeah,
I know Lauren Bacall, Betty Davis, Jane Russell. I know all the old legends of Hollywood. I don't know any of the people that he knows.
I'm basically an '80s kid. You know,
Yeah.
I was really good friends with Corey Haim. I'm an '80s kid,
So that's what makes our show so interesting.
that's why every week we bring on. Like 2 weeks ago, we had Rosalind Kind. That's Barbara Streisand's sister. You know, on and so we change it up all the time.
No matter who watches our show, will find something of interest because we are so diversified. I'm old Hollywood, and Jimmy is.
I'm '80s Hollywood. I'm basically '80s Hollywood. So I want to go back though to the last Kumite because it just came out today, right? No,
I got to ask him personal.
I know, but we got to do this because we already started talking about it. I don't want to come back to it.
I mean, it's okay, guys. We can freeway. I'm flexible. We go back and forth.
No, I want to actually play the trailer. I want to talk about it. So tell us a little bit about the last Kumite, like you started to, and then what I'm going to do is have you just announce the film. We're going to play the trailer, and it's only a minute and something long, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
And after that, I want to talk to Ron real quick because I'm a huge fan of old Hollywood in a way, because that's where it all started. And I envy people like you, Ron, that have met certain people.
He knows that.
My mother was silent movie actress Jenny Gabriel.
So,
we moved from Brooklyn to California in 1949. So I grew up with everybody. You know,
you really
there's
did.
nothing. Well, I mean, Gloria Swanson was my mother's friend, so it was nothing for me to be with movie stars.
He knew Elizabeth Taylor. He knew Betty Davis. He knew everybody.
Well, you know what? I grew up. I grew up here, so you grow up with these people. You know, they were nothing to me. I mean, if I tell you the people we've had in our home growing up, I mean, I can't even remember half of them, but a lot of them. Not Cary Grant. I never met Cary Grant, my idol. And that pisses me off. That pisses me off.
Yeah. There's always that one you never meet.
Never met.
We're going to go back to you and talk
about
that.
And I never met Marilyn Monroe. I never met Marilyn either. Yeah. I would have loved to have met her because Jane Russell was my best friend for years. Jane and I hung out together. We traveled together. We were like brother and sister. And I would talk to her about Marilyn when she made the movie Gentlemen Prefer Blondes with Marilyn. And Jane never said an unkind word about Marilyn, but I got a lot of good stuff that I'll never publicize. I'll keep with me. Right. There's just certain things you just don't say.
Privileged information.
But so wait,
I'd gladly talk to you about the old days.
Go back. Let's go back to the last Kumite. Tell us just a little bit about it, and then introduce it, and then our engineer Juan will play it for us. And Juan, make sure you play the one that's a minute and something, because I sent him the new one you sent me today, because the one I had was only like a teaser trailer, so I sent him the other one so he could play it. So tell us about it.
Is this the trailer that he doesn't have a shirt on?
No.
Oh,
because I was going to warn.
It's worthless.
If you were half naked, I was going to warn the women out there to change the batteries in their volleyball.
I have a funny story about this after the trailer. The movie, if you want me, I tell you really quick, it's just a homage of the 80s, 90s Bloodsport kickboxer with the old timers, you know, and Billy Blanks, Cynthia Rothrock, and many new talented fighters.
There you go. All right, you guys. So this is the trailer for the last Kumite. We'll be right back.
You're champion many times over. I can get you in a tournament. I'm talking about a real-life kumite in Eastern Europe.
It's such an honor to see so many champions in one place. All of you have been selected to participate in the kumite.
What if we don't win?
You really want to know?
My undefeated champion. This is Draco.
My wife is being held hostage, and I'm being forced to fight in a kumite. Draco? I can't beat him.
You don't have to. You just have to survive. Has anyone ever come close to beating Draco?
No. There's one man I believe knows how.
Oh, there's a bunch of people with a lot of money looking for some entertainment. And Ron Hall has brought that to them.
We're just their entertainer.
No, we're more.
Let the barrel
Michael, it's time.
I can't wait. I love this shit so much. I'm so excited. In Germany, she's saying that it says it came out today, the 16th, I guess, and that the reaction in Germany has been really good. And everybody says you're hot.
I don't know. You know a funny story? I swear to God, I love life. So in 1989 or something, I was shooting this movie Deathmatch, right? So I'm the guy with never a shirt on, walking around, the six packs, the muscles, and this and that. And Martin Kove was the guy that is the bad guy, watches all the fighters fight and this and that, right? And I thought back then, oh, you know, that's Martin Kove from Karate Kid, right? And which he has a TV series now, the Karate Kid television series, right? So, and then suddenly, fast forward like 27 years or something, and then I'm Martin Kove now. I'm not the one taking my shirt off anymore. I'm the one who plays the bad guy, having those young hot bodies. I mean, those muscle guys fight, right? And the first day, the director comes up to me and says, "Man, you got to take your shirt off. You're Matthias Seuss. You know, this is how we see you." And I'm like, I looked at all these young guys and I thought, no, I'm not going to take my shirt off in this movie. You know what I mean? Guys are like,
no, I think you're wrong. You know, I tell everybody there's beauty in every decade.
Yeah, that's true.
Sophia Loren, she's 90 years old almost. She don't look like she used to, but she's still a beautiful old Italian woman. And it's a lot of men. I mean, I think for 65, you're still handsome and sexy, and you're holding your own. No, I can't.
The chat room loves you.
I cannot compare you to Jason. No, you're not like Jason, but Jason's not like you.
Right, everybody's different.
You know, you hold your own. I still play. Maybe not the leading man romantic, but I'm the dirty guy that's always making filthy wisecracks to women. Yes. And the best part is I'm gay. Jimmy and I are married, and I'm gay, and I play these parts of these tough, hot men that want to bang every broad they see.
Right.
So you know, I think you're great for your age. I wouldn't change a thing about you. No, I think you're okay. You're good in my book. I don't like you with a beard. I think you'd look better shaven.
You know,
when I have a beard, I look 100. Jimmy tells me, shave, you look like an old man. No, when I have a beard, I don't look good.
I like it.
See, there we go. A lot of it is subjective, right? My wife said,
no, a beard will age you. If I have to, like, I'm playing Kevin Bacon's father in an upcoming movie.
Oh, wow.
You know, Kevin and I almost could look like brothers, not father and son, because I don't look old. So now I will grow a little bit of a beard and eyeglasses.
Right. So, interesting. Oh, wow. I'm a big fan of him.
A clean-shaven face is very useful.
I'm totally going to get you. So I'm a producer. I don't act. I'm a producer, and I want to work with Liam Neeson. He's on my list of people
we love
to work with.
We love his work.
But I've got 9 movies in development, and now that I've met you and I know who you and I can get in touch with you, I will see if anything comes up. I'll definitely bring it your way, because
Absolutely.
I started lower budget movies, and now I'm doing movies that
Big-
could actually
big
afford
movies.
that could afford Liam Neeson. And
Oh wow. Oh wow.
What I like about Liam, and I think you might act the same way, Liam does the least to show you the most.
Right. And this
I
is what I
love
like.
that kind of acting. I don't like actors when they're too animated or they oversell what they're doing. It bores me. I like
On your page, I like very subtle.
subtle moves that are damaging.
Right. Actually, not to act is the key, right? Just be the way you are in real life. Whatever personality you are, it's coming across. When I was just shooting Last Comité, it wasn't me. It's not me.
No, it's
I didn't like the role. It's this flamboyant, loud, and he's cross. And I had a hard time playing it because it's not me. So I understand what you're saying, Ron. Less is more for me, you know.
That's
If you have
something less is-
you know, this is I don't like it.
A lot of young people come up to me and they say, "What advice can you give me as an actor, young actor?" I say, hands. Hands tell more stories than the mouth. Use your hands. And if you see me work and act, I am always working my hands with somehow. And it's interesting. You know, the camera comes in for a close-up and you're speaking kind of boring. You know, it's okay. But if you do this,
Yeah.
it becomes an event. You follow?
It's really true.
And I love that about Liam Neeson. He does that. Liam is just stands there, delivers his line, and gives a look. He's a wonderful actor.
Yeah,
So
he really.
I want to go back. So number one, you guys, because Andromeda Wars, I tried to get the trailer off of YouTube, but like it wouldn't. It was doing weird things. But that's going to be coming out soon. That's the Max Searcy film, which we hung out with him, and he was on our show. He's a great guy. We love him. And in that is John Ozuna, who's a good friend of ours. We were with him at the Academy Award thing on Sunday.
Sweet.
Chuck Liddell, who's a badass. Nicholas Turturro, John Mack, who's hot. She's hot. Robert Donovan's a good friend of ours, and Rhino Michaels is a friend of ours. So like everybody in it.
Everybody.
Do you know our friend Jan Birch?
Yeah, you know everybody.
We
we
love
know
him.
everybody.
Jan Birch is
We're going to
another
see him
one.
tonight.
We're
We're going to a premiere tonight.
Jan and his wife are the most wonderful people you will ever meet in your life.
Yeah, no, it's true.
I
They were
love
my neighbors.
both of them.
They live right there where I used to live. They are so nice. And
We'll
Jan,
say Jan for you.
I'll tell him that we had you on the show today, and we
And-
say hi.
Jan is a wonderful guy and a good actor.
he's so cool. Yeah, he's a good actor and he has a great face.
I'm working with him in a movie coming up.
Oh,
I'm excited.
okay.
Because
Yeah.
I've never worked with him, and it's fun. So it'll be fun working with him.
Oh, he's good. He's good.
So here, I'm going to brag a little. Here's some of the people that you've worked with, and some of them we actually. So you like Cynthia Rothrock, we know. Natalie Denise Spurl was in Gunfight at Rio Bravo, and when I'm not producing, I'm a publicist, and so she was one of my clients. Eric Roberts been on the show. Patrick Kilpatrick's been on the show. We hung out with Costas Mandalore. He's coming on the show.
I love him. He's fabulous.
Michael Pare, Ron, we know.
I know Michael for 40-something years.
Barbara
Oh,
Barbara Crampton's been on the show. Udo Kier, we see in Palm Springs all the time. We went to an Oscar party a couple years ago with Kelly Hu. Eric Roberts has been on the show. Bai Ling is coming on the show.
Oh, good. Oh,
Mark
wow.
DeCascos, I love him. Adrian Paul's been on the show. Robert Davi's been on the show.
Oh, wow.
Ernie Reyes Jr.'s been on the show.
Our
Okay,
show is not like some of the shitty podcasts you have.
It's
Everybody,
really good because all the people you just mentioned, they have been around. They're awesome people.
Oh no, they're all
Absolutely.
fun. We only invite people that we think are going to be terrific
all,
on the show.
all pros. We're the
I'm
number
totally-
one. We're the number one podcast show in the world. Did you know that?
Yeah, we're way up
Yeah,
there.
you know what? I did some research and it's amazing. But it's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Because you know why? You know why? We're real. We don't hold this shit like, hello. What made you think you could be an actor one day? We're not punch.
Yeah.
Fuck
Plus,
that
we
shit.
don't have like all I do is write down the movies that you're in. I don't have any questions. We just
No.
talk.
Like,
Yeah, I think that's the charm of your show because, and I think your success also lies in the fact that you both are very different.
Yes.
You have different personalities, different looks, and you have a different. You like 80s movies, right? And you, Ron, you like more the old time Hollywood style and seasoned actors. You know, I think it's a wonderful blend together. So you're covering a lot.
The thing that we went to the Oscars Sunday, all right?
Yeah.
The party. I was shocked at the people that came up to me. I didn't think anybody knew us because we're radio and television. Saying how great our show was, how much they loved it, and how they felt like they were visiting us. One guy said, I felt like you were my best friends and I was sitting with you. And I hugged him. I said, thank you so much, because that's what we want. We want everybody that comes on our show to think they're in Brooklyn, in my kitchen, having coffee and Entenmann's crumb cake, and just shoot the shit. You can curse, say whatever you like. You could be you. You don't have to be on our show. And I think that's the secret to our show. We bring out the truth in the performer, in the actor. And you're a sweetheart of a guy. I mean, I could have beers with you in Germany and have some actors you can't. You know how you ever meet an actor, no matter what you do, they're fucked up. They don't talk. They stay away.
There's so many shades of people. I mean, you meet them all while you're out there in Hollywood. I met every celebrity. Not that mostly. Also, you see them. It's not that I meet everybody. I at least where I live in Brentwood, in the coffee shops, in my gym, there, everybody's all the A-list people are there, and some people are like, I don't know. They don't even. I don't know. You just sense it. They're a bit stuck up, you know. And the biggest names are so friendly again. So it's kind of weird. I don't know. It's hit or miss, right? Hit or miss.
I think a lot of them have drug problems.
I think so.
A lot of them stoned, and they're not showing it. They're pretending they're not stoned. And that's why they seem to be aloof.
So hang on, I want to change the topic because I have several things I want to talk about still. Number one, first of all, so I collect action figures. I have like an extended action figure collection. Do you have an action figure? Have they made an action figure of you yet?
No, they did a horror figure for this Puppet Master sequel.
Yeah, but not you specifically, right?
No, they did. But I think they did it from Barbara Kempton. They did it for all the cast. But I don't know where to buy those.
Oh, I'm going to look it up then. I'm going to look it up and see by this way.
Yeah, ask Barbara if you have contact with her too.
Yes, we do. I'm doing a movie with her soon, hopefully.
You should ask her if this ever panned out because they scanned us, you know.
Oh, that's cool because I love that. Then my next question is, so you have two films that are unusual on your bio. Number one, you were in Pee-wee's Circus or Pee-wee's Big Top as like a circus leader.
That was an awesome movie for me.
It's an awesome movie. It's a fun movie. We love Pee-wee. I have Pee-wee Herman action figures. So how was that? And then my second part of the question is, you also were in a Power Ranger movie. I don't know if you were a Power Ranger or you were a bad guy, but you were in a Power Ranger. I love Power Rangers. I love the Power Rangers.
I did too. Also, Pee-wee Herman, what an interesting character. So I was really unaware of who he was when I got cast because I just arrived in Hollywood. And I was playing Siegfried and Roy. I was playing Siegfried. They casted the guy, blonde, German, lion tamer. So I walked in the office. I had the job, you know. And we were in a circus, and there were, like, Chris Christopherson was there, you know. Valeria Golino, this Italian movie star that comes to Hollywood, does movies with all the big people, right? Then Benicio del Toro, a lot of powerful, beautiful people were there. And then there were Pee-wee Herman, who was the most famous man I ever met at that point because we couldn't even go on the street. He would be crushed by mostly kids and young people and fans. He was so famous that when we went places, he had to disguise himself, you know. Yeah, and he wasn't Pee Wee Herman in real life. He wasn't like, he was like Pee Wee Herman, like a normal Paul. He was Paul. He was
Paul
Paul.
Rubens.
Paul,
Yes.
Yeah, a
he,
really cool guy. Very shy and quiet.
Okay, and then
he was a tragedy.
Yeah.
What they did to that man was pathetic.
Yeah,
They,
I know.
they invaded his private space and then
Yeah.
publicized it and crucified him.
Yes.
He died a very unhappy man.
I am so sorry about this because look, we live in Hollywood, which is so liberal, right? I mean, come on. We are very liberal people there, sexually open, everything, right? And then you get crucified for your sexuality or what.
But it was a private matter.
Yeah.
It was his private life. He wasn't public. He was in a movie theater playing with himself. How many men do that?
I don't know. But
You know what? You go to New York City, you go to Sixth
porn
Avenue.
theater. It was a porn theater, so I mean,
Theater. Go to New York, go to 7th Avenue, 6th Avenue, and all the straight men, da-da-da-da-da-da, in there watching all the naked girls. Nobody arrests them.
But if you're a celebrity, I mean,
It's
that's
a
how.
pity. It's a pity.
Yeah, and it was at a time where it was like sort of like scarlet lettering people, before the Me Too movement. A couple other actors, boom, they got it. But coming back to Pee Wee Herman, the director was Randall Kleiser. He lived in Hollywood Hills. I don't know if you know him.
yeah, we know him.
Yeah, we know. We know everybody.
You do, yeah. So this was Hollywood royalty, and I just arrived in Hollywood. For me, this was, wow, look at this. I'm with Chris Christopherson, and then we're smoking.
Chris Christopherson. I can't remember
The
where.
Star is Born.
Yeah, I know, but I can't remember where or when. But I've met him, and he had the most interesting voice.
Yes.
A very
And
gravelly, deep voice.
Yes. And he's an interesting guy. I mean, he came to the set and he said, I'm going to bring my kids today. So there is this large Suburban that arrives. And I counted 19 kids or something, And,
Tonight we're going to your paisano of yours, Marcel Waltz.
Oh, do you know Marcel Waltz?
yes, I do. Yes, please say hi. Yes.
He's my dearest and best friend in the whole world. I call him my brother. And we're going to his red
he has
carpet.
a red carpet premiere
He's got
tonight.
a new movie coming out tonight that we're excited about.
Wonderful. In LA, in Los Angeles?
Yeah, we have to drive to
we're
LA.
as soon as the show is over, we hop in the car and we drive to Hollywood to go to the red carpet.
Are you going to stay overnight or are you going to drive back?
We have dogs. We have to come back. We have 3 dogs.
You're like me. You're like me. I have dogs. I can never go anywhere.
Yeah,
And I don't like sleeping out of my bed. I'm old-fashioned Italian.
Yeah,
When I was a kid, everybody used to sleep in everybody's house, and my father never let me. He said, "You got your own bed. You sleep here. You don't sleep in anybody's house."
You got a
So,
point.
Old-fashioned Italian thinking.
So let me. So here's a couple things you guys can see Matthias in. The last Kumite, like I said, is coming out today. It's out now. Andromeda Wars is coming out soon. He's also got. This is just some of them. I picked them because we know all the people in them. Taken from Rio Bravo, Gunfight at Rio Bravo, Borrowed Time 3, Puppet Master: The Littlest Reich, which we have a lot of friends that have been in Puppet Master movies. Maximum Impact, Ultimate Justice, Black Rose, Money Fight, and then like awesome is Kickboxer 2. You got No Retreat, No Surrender 2, which are like my favorites. That's a dumb dog, and you keep talking and I'll fix it. Okay, hang on.
Brandy.
What kind of dog you have? What kind of dog you have?
We have 3 rescues. We have a 135-pound Brazilian Mastiff, and
Wow,
we have a 7-pound Poodle Terrier mix.
Here's the 7-pound.
That's a 7-pound.
Say hi.
And then we have what
Like a
is
35-pound English Sheepdog Terrier mix.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
hey, you guys you love living in Palm Springs? Is it fun? Is it a
I
good place?
hate it. I hate it.
It's very hot.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all. It used to be
No.
wonderful. It used to be full of celebrities and movie people. No longer. No, it's not what it was when I came here in 1960, and it was wonderful. You'd go up to the.
I go there all the time. I loved it so much there. But then again, I don't live there.
But living here is a little bit different. Living here is a little bit
very
different.
hard to socialize. because all of our friends are in Hollywood. So they only visit us when they happen to come out. If you're in Hollywood, you can have a party and people can come.
Would you not want to live in Hollywood anymore? Or
No.
First of all, I would live in Hollywood. Can you lend me $3 or $4 million?
To live in Hollywood the way we live here.
Give me $3 million so I could live in a
hold
studio.
on 1 second. I look what I have in my pocket. I don't happen to have that much on me, but I can sympathize because I feel like all I do, you have to work just to pay rent, right?
No, we own our house here in Palm Springs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you take that money and you put it where you can buy a house.
I'm a New Yorker at heart, and we're thinking of selling and moving back to Long Island, out to East Hampton, because I love the Hamptons on Long Island.
But the problem is, you guys are so social. You would lose all your Hollywood friends. You know what I mean?
I don't think we'll lose him because so when we moved here, you know,
we're going to be
we weren't as well known, but now, like, I literally, as a producer, I get pitched about 30 projects a month. Like, everybody wants me to like work on their projects. So now it doesn't matter where we live because our show, we can be anywhere. And as a publicist, I can work anywhere. And as a producer, you know, they just got to fly me. You know, once we start working, you know, they got to get me there.
Listen, so many people we know just found out now. I know Sylvester Stallone. He moved out.
Yeah, he moved to Florida.
He moved to Florida. So, and then Ron Moss, the soap opera star, he and his wife moved
to Arizona.
They moved to Arizona. So many of our friends have left California, and the only time we see each other is if we work together.
Or we go to an event. Like, we're going to an event tonight. We'll see everybody tonight.
Right. So you no longer have to work in Hollywood to get.
That's true.
You're in freaking Germany and you just did a movie.
Listen, you're in Germany, and right now 5 million people will be watching or listening to this show because that's our reach. That's what we get.
That's huge.
Now, 40, 50 years ago in my day, the only way people would know you through a magazine, Hollywood Love magazine.
Yeah, you would have to be the right
publicity. Yeah. So you had to stay in Hollywood.
Yeah.
We could, first of all, listen, I'm in a movie in Nevada, Arizona. I'm going to Portugal and Germany. We're going to be in Germany.
Actually, I might be able to get him in that one.
Yeah.
We haven't started cast. We've only cast.
It's a big movie.
The only people that are attached so far are Sharon Stone and Mel Gibson. But
that's amazing. That's good for you. Wow.
It's a trilogy, and it's a big film.
And there's a rumor going around. I'm not allowed to say, so it's only a rumor. Brad Pitt. Hello, did I say Brad Pitt?
No, that's a different one.
No, I didn't hear Brady. Wow, guys.
So what the hell? I don't have to live in Palm Springs in the sand.
That's true.
You know,
in 2009, I moved to Bali. Actually, we lived there as well. So, but when I was in Bali, I was like, damn, this is really far away.
Right.
And I told my wife, I have to live half and half, you know, so we go back and forth. Because we thought, you know, like everybody thinks, oh, living in paradise. But after a while, paradise is so freaking boring.
I couldn't live in paradise. I have to have like malls and shit.
Listen, what I was starting to say in 1960, or I was 17, 18, 19. I was very good looking.
You still are.
Parties to be, you know, attacked, raped, or whatever. Yeah. I didn't go for that. I would go to the parties, and if the star was coming on to me, I would say to him, "Not tonight. I've got gonorrhea." No, really, I would lie. That's how I got out of there. I'd say, "No, I'm getting shots for gonorrhea when I'm back."
That's a really good one, to be honest. Wow, that'll shut it off right there. I tell you that.
Let me tell you. Back then, the lesbian women, I knew them all. I mean, if you knew the lesbian women in Hollywood, you'd faint if you found out who they were. I mean, people that were incredible. These people wanted sex. They didn't want sex with each other because they couldn't. They were too busy looking in the mirror. So they would bring in beautiful young women from Hollywood that want to be actresses. And if they swung a little bit, they would go with the lesbian. It's the same thing with the movie star men. They wanted sex, so they bring in beautiful young boys to go to the party.
Hang on a second, sir, because we've only
I was never a prostitute.
we only have a little bit of time left. And I
Never,
wanna say,
never.
number one, I just want to
Wait a
ask
minute.
you.
How many times have you been approached?
A lot, yeah.
If you give me sex, I'll give you a movie.
I can tell you more stories. Like we all can tell stories that we cannot tell that are so out there that you think, what world are we living in? It hits all of us. Sooner or later, you're going to get approached. Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
It's
now,
up to you what
now,
you do with it.
if I went in the middle of Palm Springs and stood there naked, screaming, "Have sex with me," they'd still pass me by. So, you know, they
That's
drive
not
by
true.
and say, "Look
He
at that!
gets hit on everywhere we go.
Look at that crazy guy!"
It gets hit on by men and women everywhere we go. That's not crazy. What I want to ask, so I have 3 questions for you. The first question is, have they ever approached you to play like Jason or Michael Myers or anything like that because you're so big?
No. I actually wanted to play Chainsaw Massacre. But it went to another actor, Andrew Banowski.
Yes, I know him. I know him too.
Yeah. Well, I figured.
But you know what? You held your own. You did a lot. Puppet Master is a movie I like, by the way. I do horror movies all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't like them.
Oh, that's so funny.
And I tell them I will not be in a horror movie that's Chop. If it's a Chop movie, I'm not in it.
Wait. In the chat room, B. Claudia from Germany is writing that you have a book called Shirtless in Hollywood, The Battle for Hollywood. I don't know what the other part of it is because it's in German. The Battle for Hollywood, Tasher Budge. Boot. Tekken Boots. I don't know what the hell that means. It's on Amazon. So what kind of book is it? Is it all you?
Yeah, I wrote it, and no ghostwriting. It's almost 500 pages of Hollywood.
Oh,
and
that's,
you know, it's a love story. It's nothing slandering, nothing of that sort, because that would be another book. But I don't believe in airing out dirty laundry. I got so many stories, you know, about Hollywood, like you have, right? And I wrote it in a novel type, but it's all true. It's like a memoir, and it was just so much fun to write it because I love Hollywood so much.
Oh, I love that. All right. So then my other question, we'll have to tell everybody to get it. And my next thing is that you so here's what I like to ask all the actors. It's like a bucket list. You've worked with so many different people. You worked with so many different people. What bucket list male and female actor that you haven't worked with that you would like to work with? And if you could have been in any film that's ever been made, what movie would you have liked to have been in?
Okay, so yeah, I would have loved to work. I would love to work with Mel Gibson or meet him. You know?
Mel Gibson.
Yeah,
Oh.
I might be able to help that.
Well, that might happen. In the movie. Well, I'm in that movie too. Wouldn't that be nice if we worked?
Oh
together?
wow! I mean, you guys are so lucky you get to work with him. That's one thing. The movie I would have loved to be in it, have been in it. Was one of those Gladiator. I auditioned, but I didn't get it. So Gladiator, yes.
Who?
Oh, that's the one that
Who?
Sven is in.
Who?
Yes.
Gladiator.
Oh, Gladiator.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Yes, you'd be good in Gladiator.
Yeah, there was a good role in there. I didn't get it. It was Ralph Miller got it.
You could
He's
still
a-
play a gladiator. You look good enough to play a gladiator.
Talk for a second because our next guest can't get the link to work and I got to send it to him.
Oh,
So-
no problem.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Talk. Got to make it quick and funny and fast. So when
Ron,
you, how often? I guess.
Yes, you're such an interesting person. You
Thank
really
you.
are.
Well, you
Yeah.
know, if you don't accumulate a lot in 83 years, you're an asshole. You're stupid. I'm a Gemini and I'm a sponge. I have to learn continuously. Like now, I know you. I will know all about you, or I won't know
doesn't-
you at all. If you're an interesting guy, and I'd like to work with you because what am I playing? I'm not playing Mafia. They got me playing some other shit. I think I'm a
Yeah.
detective. a
You can
cop.
play anything. I mean, you can play so many
I
roles.
play priests, cops,
Yes. Yes.
and mafia, and now
Yes.
fathers. A lot of time, I'm in 2 or 3 movies playing a father.
But
So-
you could also play a priest, believe it or not.
Oh, I do play.
Oh,
a
yeah,
priest.
he's played a priest
I
a
have
couple
played a
times.
priest.
Yeah, yeah. You could play also an FBI or CIA.
I do.
Uh,
I'm an FBI agent in,
Yes.
in a movie.
Actually, the sky's the limit when it comes to you.
No, I'm
You
a
got
character.
look-
I'm a character actor.
yeah,
I'm a-
and that's really wonderful because everything is open for you. Everything. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
So number one, I want to say thank you for. I'm so happy that we now know you.
Yes, you're my buddy.
Since we
You-
really do
you
have a
feel
lot
like
of
my
friends.
buddy.
We really do
Thank
have
you.
a lot of friends in common.
Yes.
I would
Yes,
love
we
to
do.
work with you in the future. And now that I know that you're cool, because I always like to meet people on the show and find out if they're cool. Because if you're a dick, then I don't want to work with you.
You know what I like most about you? You want to hear what I like most about you?
Yeah, I do.
You're
Actually.
old school. You're a gentleman.
Yes. Oh, thank you. And I am older.
And you don't find gentlemen today. They're gone
Thank
with the wind. But you are a gentleman, and you remind me of a 1940s actor.
Oh, thank you so much. It means a lot to me because I love Hollywood back then and I love Hollywood now. If you don't love Hollywood, don't be part of it. You have to love it, right? Because it's not easy.
You have to love the work.
Yes, the work, the people, you hate it sometimes, but overall, wow. Thank God I'm allowed to be there, you know?
Absolutely.
Good.
So congratulations on all your success.
Yes.
Everybody check out The Last Kumite. It's now going to be available. Is it available in America now too?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So everybody
Yeah,
definitely gonna watch it. So
Pre-order
Last
and all that stuff.
Kumite, you guys enjoy, and thank you so much. Say hello to your wife. Love all the pictures in the background, and we'll see you soon.
Look forward to meeting you in
Thank you
person.
for having me, and we'll talk soon.
Bye bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Yay!
Auf Wiedersehen.
What a cool guy, though, right?
Very nice fella.
So, you guys, real quick before we bring on our next guest, Ron wants me to play this. So, we have Clowny, official teaser trailer. Clowny's going to be coming out later this year. Ron plays a role in it, and the trailer's actually pretty good. It's a lot of fun. So, enjoy Clowny, and then we'll come back with our next guest, Tom Matthews.
I see he likes toys. This is my son. I mean, my son's doll.
Tomorrow is our Thursday at our new home.
Bye, Dada. Bye, Mama.
I love you too.
You'll be fine.
Let's welcome Gavin to our classroom. Sorry, kid. Seat's taken. Welcome to our town. Changing schools is hard, but you will find a special friend. No, he may be mute, but he sure ain't blind. You still gotta do this, right?
Before you blow out the candles,
You have to make a wish.
you brought this doll.
I didn't realize.
Looks like you have HCG in your system.
You're pregnant? I thought the doctor said you couldn't get pregnant.
We would like to reveal the gender of our new baby.
I don't want to hold you up here. I know it's Halloween. There's a lot of cycles out there.
Two of your fellow classmates, Billy and Jack, are still missing.
Really think putting signs up of your missing dog is more important than my two boys?
Wonder what's up there. Time to celebrate.
Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
This is not a pretty Christmas picture.
Why did that thing just move?
Once upon a time, there was a bridge over a cascading stream. And the children had to cross over this bridge. And under the bridge lived a great ugly troll.
That's so much fun.
That was a fun movie making. We had a good time.
For a low
Because
budget movie, it's fun.
And so many of our friends were in it. So I love working with friends that I know because when we're not shooting a scene, we're having fun. And the laughs are tremendous.
All right, so
But
now we're
that's-
gonna
that's
bring
a good
on.
movie.
Now we're gonna bring on our next guest. Let's bring him in. Hey, what's up?
Don't you know it's impolite to point?
I'm backstage.
Hey, you know what, too? Fuck, you look like Al Bundy when you did that. All right, so everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Fantastic actor Tom Matthews. Hello and welcome to the show. I'm so happy to have you on.
Glad to be here.
Long time to be able to set this thing up, so it's terrific. This is my cool, outrageous man about town co-host Ron Russell.
Hello, Russell.
And we have a chat room full of people, so say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hello, everybody.
And then we have one fan who sent me an actual message on Instagram that she can't wait that you're coming on. Her name is Dawn. Just say hi to Dawn.
Hi, Dawn.
Freaking out. So yay. So now where do you actually live?
I live in Los Angeles.
Oh, you do live in Los Angeles?
I was actually born on Hollywood Boulevard, believe it or not. Me and my two brothers. Same doctor, same hospital, right on Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, wow. For some reason, I thought
what
you lived
hospital's
someplace
on?
else.
What hospital is
the Children's Presbyterian Hospital on Hollywood, the Children's Hospital.
Is it still there?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I don't know of any hospitals on Hollywood Boulevard. Not that I remember. I remember hookers on Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh, yeah, on Selma. Cahuenga, man. That's where I live.
You know the street, Tom.
Yeah. You can get an 8-ball and a blowjob for $20. It was awesome.
You gotta love it. So I want to say first of all that I want to bring up a topic that you probably nobody ever asked you because you're in the biggest horror movies ever and everybody knows who you are. But my favorite TV series in the 80s was Paper Dolls, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I was a clothing designer. We've had almost Morgan Fairchild. We've had thons of the people from Paper Dolls actually on. Let's see, we had he was friends with Brenda Vaccaro. We had Terry Farrell on.
I was in it. Yeah.
We've had a ton of people. My favorite thing ever. You were Psycho, and you were Psycho.
Oh, John Hinckley type. So what I did for that audition, I went in. I brought a stuffed animal with me. Wasn't in the script, and throughout the whole scene, I just kept petting it.
I love it. You guys, if you guys haven't seen it, I actually, believe it or not, back in the day, I bought it on DVD where somebody taped it off of TV. So I actually have the whole series on DVD.
Yeah, 13 episodes. Yeah,
I loved it. I loved it so much. But you guys, it starred Lloyd Bridges, Mimi Rogers, Dak Rambo, Brenda Vaccaro, Lauren Hutton, Morgan Fairchild, Jonathan Frakes, Terry Farrell, Nicholas Sheridan, obviously Tom, and John Waite was in it, who was one of my favorite singers back in the day.
Great voice.
So how was that being in that? And did people recognize you? Because that was a very popular show for us.
It was cool for me because, I started, if you don't have your SAG card as a young actor, you got to get your SAG card. So I started working for Lorimar Productions in the department called Management Services. And they just kind of serviced everybody in the building, took care of everybody, whatever they needed, that department took care of it. So that was on the MGM lot. So Paper Dolls shot on the same lot. So after I got my SAG card from Doris Sabe, she cast me on Falcon Crest because they had Falcon Crest, Knots Landing, Dallas, Flamingo Road was all of Lorimar's shows at the time. And Doris Sabe gave me a walk on Falcon Crest. So I got my SAG card. So years later, I went back and filmed Paper Dolls on the lot. So that was kind of cool for me.
I love it. I just it's the greatest thing ever. And there, it was a movie, Paper Dolls, also. First there was the movie, and then there was the TV series. And the movie, the Nicolette Sheridan version was played by Daryl Hannah, and it was great. I have that on video too, someplace.
Daryl Hannah.
Oh, I don't know. She's around.
Does she work still, Daryl Hannah?
I don't know. I'm sure she does. Everybody works. There's so many streaming services and places to see stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're very.
He's working in Indonesia right now on a streaming thing.
So So what do people most recognize you from? Probably the Return of the Living Dead.
It's both. I mean, Return of the Living Dead fans are just really heartfelt and to the core. I mean, they're a solid base of fans. I mean, I've got tattoos of myself all over the world on people's bodies and stuff like that. From, it's wild. And then again, the franchise for Friday the 13th, although the franchise is all over the place, Part 6 is a much beloved, show in that franchise.
Actually, we had so you guys, it's Friday the 13th, Part 6. Jason Lives.
That's right.
We had CJ Graham on about, I don't know, back in October probably. We had him on.
Yep.
And I actually have somebody coming on next month.
Getting back to Night of the Living Dead, I saw the original.
No, the Return of the Living Dead.
Well,
It's not the same movie.
Stop correcting me. This motherfucker always.
I'm talking here.
No, he has to be a director. I don't have a director on this show. It's free for all. I'm gonna kick his ass after the show's over. Now you made me forget what I was going to say. I saw the Night of the Living Dead.
Black and white, yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Shit. Never saw a zombie. Don't forget. All I saw was Psycho. That was wicked in my day. That was dangerous. Then I heard your movie was being made, and I said, "Oh shit, they can't come anywhere near it. It's going to be a piece of shit."
Surprise!
I saw your movie.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked your movie,
Thank
Return of the Night of the Living Dead.
No, Return of the Living Dead.
Close.
Whatever. Go fuck yourself with the correction.
But Return of the Living Dead is more of a comedy.
You know what?
Though.
Can you lend me 13?
Well, I say it's a dark comedy.
Dark
Because,
comedy,
Tom,
right?
can you lend me $3,000 so I could divorce this prick?
Sure.
Yes.
So
So
pay
first
it back
of all,
weekly.
because we actually had, I used
It's
to.
going to take 6 months. If you're in California, you got to divorce him. It's going to take six months if you file now.
Return of the Living Dead 2 also. I used to be really good friends with Michael Kenworthy, was on the show a bunch back in the day when we were broadcasting out of Florida. So you guys in Return of the Living Dead, you had Clu Gallagher, James Karen, Linnea Quigley's a friend, Beverly Randolph, Don Calfa. How do you pronounce his last name? Calfa?
Calfa.
Calfa. And you and Don basically steal the show.
Right.
Me and Don, yeah. I was with most of my scenes were Jimmy Karen.
And it's such a great movie. So people really know you from that.
Yes.
You know what?
I've done 30 movies, but that's what they reckon. I still go to we do conventions, horror conventions all over the world. So I see CJ a lot. You know, the cast of Return of the Living Dead. Next year, 2025 is the 40-year reunion of Return of the Living Dead.
Wow,
So-
it's
Oh my God, 40 years.
You know what I found wrong about the movie was it should have been shot in black and white, because that's what was disgusting about the first one was when the arm was on fire and they began eating the arm. And black and white is really, I find black and white scary. Color is kind of like Disney-ish. What do you think? Shouldn't you have shot your movie in black and
I
white?
like the color, but I understand what you're saying. I know Tom McLaughlin, who shot Friday the 13th, Jason Lives. I think he has a version where it's in black and white. So he's old school. He's like old school horror. I mean, that opening scene with the lightning bolt coming in, that's all from the old school horror, Frankenstein and things like that.
Right.
You know, there's one scene where the background is the Karloff supermarket. I'm in a phone booth talking to the sheriff's daughter.
Do you have an action figure of yourself behind you?
I do.
That's so freaking cool.
Yes. Some guy made that for me.
That is freaking awesome.
That's Freddy from Return of the Living Dead. Yeah. It's probably 20 inches tall.
Getting back to the technique, a castle. If you shoot a castle in black and white, it is eerie.
Yes.
It is scary. But if you shoot it in color, it's very beautiful. Let's move in. You know what I mean? It takes a whole different meaning. So don't forget, I'm 83 years old. So I'm from the day of
you're good.
Yeah, I'm from the day of black and white film.
83, wow.
I love black and white film.
Actually, so then you besides horror though, because I know I wrote down all these different films. So the guy we had on before you, Matthias Hughes, he was a Kickboxer 2, and you're Kickboxer 4.
Yeah.
Which I love all those like karate movies. Also, though, you've got The Peacemaker with George Clooney and Nicole Kidman and Randall Battenkoff. Was Randall Battenkoff in The Peacemaker or in The Living Years?
What's the name?
Randall Battenkoff, because he's been on our show.
Randall was in The Peacemaker. Yeah,
okay, because he's been on our show. And then you have In the Living Years, and we had Marta Van Peebles and Corin on the show. If Looks Could Kill, we had Antonio Sabato Jr., and we're getting ready to do a movie with Lee Ehrenberg. We're actually getting ready to start shooting something in the next probably 60 days with him.
Fantastic.
Which is a lot of fun.
In LA?
We're shooting in Nevada, actually. So tell me a little bit. So do you do you like doing horror better? Because you're kind of half and half.
No, I'm a drama guy, so I mean I do a lot of comedy and stuff like that, but the comedy comes out of the writing of it. It's not really slapstick, so that's kind of what I do.
I like it because I also know you did a couple fan films like Friday the 13th, Vengeance 2, and actually we had Paul Taylor and Tamara Glenn is a good friend of ours, C.J. Graham, Darcy DeMoss. Kind of like it's kind of cool that like they're taking all the people from them to do the fan films instead of putting other people in them. So do you do a lot of conventions with everybody?
Yeah, I do.
Who's your
I've got probably 10 more this year to do.
Who's your convention rep?
Different. Sometimes the promoters reach out to me directly on Facebook, and then I've got a couple other people who book me as it comes up.
Oh no, that's cool.
Yeah, Chris Majors is my main guy.
Good guy. We're friends.
Yes. Oh, good.
We're friends with like we know everyone.
CJ and I get booked a lot because Jason lives.
Right.
So he does a lot of his own stuff. I just got back from London doing the London Comic-Con a couple of weeks ago.
How was that?
It was good. It was a good turnout. Hard flight, to get over and get back. Usually we make a trip out of it, my wife and I, but not this time.
I wouldn't bitch about it. It's free and you're getting paid. Fuck, I would do it. I don't give a shit if they sailed me over in a canoe. I would do it.
That'd be an adventure for sure.
No, I'm serious. You get a lot of money for being there. Plus, they pay all your expenses.
I know you're old school, but now they have things called airplanes. They actually fly you over. Wait a minute, just so you know.
My very good friend, my buddy, my brother, Sean Kanan. Do you know Sean Kanan?
No.
Soap opera star. He's in the Karate Kid. Anyway, he's so big. Dubai, the fucking prince of Dubai, sends him and his wife to Dubai on the most incredible airplane.
I'm sure. You probably grew up with him watching him.
They got limo service. They stayed at the palace. They had dinner with the Prince of Dubai. I said to him, you mother, why not me? Why you? I would love to go. He said, we'll learn to kickbox. I said, at my age, if I kickbox, my leg will come off. If I kick.
That's a horror movie, not a kickboxer movie.
Right. So I thought how lucky Sean and his wife was. I'm not finished with the story. Now they sent him to Paris with his wife, all expenses paid. Holy shit.
Yeah, money's no object for some people, but it's all nostalgic, People come, whoever the horror fan, it's all what they grew up on and what they like to watch, and it's been a fun ride.
You have to say too, horror fans are the most loyal fans.
It's unbelievable. I can't even explain how great and how loyal they are, and they
really don't like you if you don't get chopped up a lot.
Well, I didn't get chopped up, so
I didn't get chopped up. I tell them.
I did die in Return of the Living Dead, but came back in part 2 for some odd reason. But
I say, do not chop me up and put blood here.
Right.
It goes in my hair, and my hair gets pink.
Your hair looks great.
No, but I get pink hair from the blood.
I'm sure, for a couple of weeks until it washes out.
Yeah, so I don't get killed. But that's true. If you don't get knocked off, they don't. They don't know you. So what's your favorite place?
What do you mean? Favorite place?
Yeah, like where would you like to be right now, other than on our stupid show?
I'd like to be I'd like to be in Italy, someplace in Italy.
Yeah, Italy. That's where he's from.
I'm Italian.
I'm half Italian.
Okay.
My mom's maiden name is Albanese.
Albanese.
I've been to Italy several times, and you can't get a bad meal. It's just unbelievable, and it's so beautiful.
No, it's the tomatoes. Whatever the earth.
Yeah.
The tomato. I bought tomatoes canned here from Naples. Bullshit. It didn't taste like it.
Right.
I have family in Italy, and when I go, I see my family. And, they think I eat like 30 years ago. They have 100 people at the table and about 99 courses. Oh, come on, some prosciutto, come on, a little veal, a little. I said, we don't eat like that.
Yeah, no.
I eat a little chicken, asparagus, and salad, and è finito.
You're good to go.
But
What part of Italy do you visit? Your family?
my father was from Genoa. My mother was born in Hell's Kitchen, New York, 9th Avenue. But her mother came from Venice, and her father came from Naples. So I'm all over the map.
Gotcha.
But I love Italy. I told Jimmy we have no time. I hate this business. We're so busy. He is that we don't have time to go. But I'm going to threaten him.
Well, you gotta make time.
No,
a friend of mine he makes olive oil and sends me over a couple
No,
gallons.
Well, that's nice.
I have got to tell you, I will threaten him. I will call people I know in Brooklyn. I will have him killed.
You can't have my knees broken because
No, I'm not going to have you. I'm going to have you killed.
Stop it, Brandy.
They're going to kill you. You know, they're going to actually kill you dead.
Yeah,
And
right.
then we're going to build a bridge going from Brooklyn to New York, and he's going to be in the bridge for sure.
Okay.
If we don't go to Italy,
So
I'm married to him. You know. Did you know that we're gay? We're faggots. I'm married to him. I made a wrong turn somewhere.
You look like you're attached at the shoulder there.
We practically
We
are.
are.
We practically
We go
are.
everywhere together. We love each other very much.
That's
You know,
nice.
we're Randolph Scott and Cary Grant. They had a love that lasted till both of them died. Mr. Blackwell was my best friend, and Richard Blackwell knew them well. Supposedly, rumor was he was in a three-way with them, but who knows? But Randolph Scott and Cary Grant definitely for 6 years were living together, and they were lovers, and they loved each other until they died. You know, just because you're gay doesn't mean you can't love. People think it's weird and queer, but it's not. Don't you love your dog? Don't you kiss your dog? You don't make out with your dog?
You have a dog.
Well, that's
We
weird.
have three.
A lot of people think that bestiality is weird.
It is weird.
I watch. Give me a lips, baby.
We have 6 of our own here.
Okay, so you make out with your dog.
My wife rescues dogs, so we have another
Oh, 3.
All three of ours are rescues.
So 16 on the property right now.
Wow.
Good
Yeah.
for you. Good
That's
for
awesome.
You. Good for you.
You know, that's really like.
Oh, I
really
like
nice.
you more now. I like you more. I'll buy you a drink when I
So,
meet you.
what are your from all your long history of all the cool things you've done, and also first, real quick, so Failsafe. I don't know. I think that might be the only thing I haven't seen. I don't know if I've seen.
Oh, you won't see it. It was a live TV event for East Coast and West Coast. It was shot live at the time.
Oh,
But there was a movie.
What the people though? Look at the fucking people though
Wait
that
a
were
minute.
on it.
There was a movie in the 1950s called
With Henry Fonda. Yep.
Failsafe. See that?
Black and white. There's your black and white too.
I know the film well, but I don't want people to get.
Well, he did a live.
I don't want people out there my age to get confused.
No, they did a
The
live.
The Fonda Failsafe was not Tom's Failsafe.
What was your Failsafe? Was it based on the movie, the older movie?
Yeah, same premise.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it was
So-
really cool.
So you guys,
by the way, it was a very good movie.
Tom's
Great
Failsafe,
movie.
you guys. Tom's Failsafe, you guys had Walter Cronkite, Richard Dreyfuss, Brian Dennehy, Noah Weil, George Clooney, Hank Azaria, James Cromwell, Sam Elliott, Don Cheadle, Bill Smitrovich, Harvey Keitel, and Norman
Matt
Lord.
Adler too.
Who?
Matt Adler, the big
Matt-
surfer. Matt Adler.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
those are huge people.
Harvey Keitel.
Harvey Keitel. Yeah.
Character. Was he not a character?
He wouldn't die. His death scene was so long. I could hear George yelling, "Die already!" And it was a live. TV.
I was at a party that he
took
was.
cyanide, because he had to kill himself for some reason. He took him. forever
I
to
was
die.
at a party that he was at in Beverly Hills how many years ago? He was young, I guess, starting off. And I said something to him, and I said, let me get the story right. I said, "You're Harvey, aren't you Harvey Keitel?" And he said to me, "Oh shit, what was his line? It was so funny. It'll come to me." Oh, I don't remember. I had it and it went away. Damn it.
Anyway,
I'm going back 40 years ago. Come on, and I had a memory then. It'll come to me.
All right, so we'll let it come back. So how about this? So out of all the different things, do you have a favorite? Like one of the things that was the most fun? It might not be the best.
Yeah, I'd have to say Return of the Living Dead was probably my favorite movie experience. And I appreciated it more and more the more projects I was working on, and I just realized how special it was for a couple of things. Dan O'Bannon, the film was a collaboration. So, and what I mean by that, we talked about every scene. I was in a lot of stuff, a lot of scenes with James Karen. So he and I worked on every scene together, and a lot of stuff was improvised and ad-libbed. And we went to Dan and said, if we could, what about this and what about that, which was unusual because he also wrote the script. And he also directed his first time directing. So it was a great movie. We also rehearsed for a couple of weeks before we started principal photography, which no one ever does anymore.
He hates that. He can't stand that.
Let's talk about that. I'm going to stop you right there. You just hit a vein, a nerve. You know what? I was on a movie, first day shooting. I said, where are my marks? They said, you don't have any. I said, I don't have any marks. What do I do? He said, you walk over to the window, pull back the curtain, look, and then open the door. I said, what the fuck are we in high school? Where's the camera? Up there. I said, oh, I thought that was a security camera. No, that's the camera we're shooting with. Oh, okay. I was so unhappy on that film because I felt like I was a novice. I felt like it was an immature film. I felt like nobody was professional. I'm used to listen, I was on a film with Sophia Loren and Tab Hunter, 1959. The cameras were the size of Volkswagens.
Yeah.
The cables were like that. The lights, if you went too close to the light, your hair burned.
That's right.
I was used to directors and camera people running around, sound, mopping. Come over here, you're sweating. Not now. We were in a friggin' log cabin, not even, what was some shithole, and a dump.
So ask him how he thinks.
So wait a minute, I'm not done complaining. At my age, we're allowed. Have you ever been in a situation like that where you wanted to go home and go to bed because it was so unprofessional?
Yes. Or just get out of there.
Horrible. Isn't it horrible?
Yes.
So you've done both, though, right? Because I see
you want to talk more about it? Shut the fuck up.
No, let me talk.
He's going to give me some dirt. Shut up.
He's not going to give you dirt. Go ahead.
Yes, he is. Go ahead. Talk. Brandy, get off our lights. See, dog's a rescue girl. She hit the button for our lights.
Yeah, all our dogs are rescue.
So tell me about your experience that you didn't like.
Oh, it's the production. I did one probably 4 or 5 years ago where they rented this convenience store. It was a gas station / convenience store. I'm behind the counter, and then they didn't secure. The guy said, yes, you could film there, but business was going to keep going. So we'd be shooting a scene, and someone would come in the doors and wanted gas or wanted some chips or something. So we had to stop. So that was one of the. That's
an insult to the actor.
That's terrible.
That's an insult to the actor.
It was very different, though, right? Because back in when you did a lot of this stuff in the '80s, that was like big time.
Well, yeah, we were on sound stages and for most of the part, yeah.
Which is freaking like awesome because some of the stuff that you've done.
No,
Peacemaker was a huge production. It was DreamWorks' first movie, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know that. We saw that during COVID. We watched it.
Yeah, I was on location.
Yes,
George Clooney in
London, France.
Yeah, what do you think, Tom?
Macedonia.
Tom, you have to be honest on our show or get the fuck off because we don't play here. What do you think about this woke bullshit in Hollywood?
He just laughed.
What do you think? Come on, cut it out. What do you think of this woke stuff?
I don't even.
In the films, the messages they're giving in film.
In the woke.
Too political.
What does woke stand for again?
I have no idea. Tell me.
Exactly. I'm not sure.
Maybe what the fuck?
W what?
No.
In Brooklyn, it's spelled that way in Brooklyn. No, I think I hate the woke.
He doesn't
bullshit.
like a lot of the movies that are coming out now. Some of them, like we had a good one the other day. We watched The Beekeeper, and it was just a good action movie without a message.
Right. That's what Jason
Statham. We love that.
Yeah, you know what? It's not a movie. it's an adventure because there's no story, there's no dialogue, and there's no acting. It's just everybody beating the shit out of each other and killing each other.
That's his favorite though. Action hero is.
No,
Jason Statham.
I find it fun.
I like action movies too.
Well, I like that. Jason beat up 103 people in the hallway at once, and I found that fascinating how they got away with shooting that bullshit. You know, so I find that amusing, not real.
So wait a second. Go back. So
Wait,
okay.
I want to ask him a question.
Don't ask woke questions.
I ask intelligent question, not like you. All you do is brag. Would you like to play Stanley in Streetcar Named Desire?
I don't think I'm the right type, but yeah, it's a great role.
Why don't you think you're the type? When you were younger, not now necessarily.
Maybe in my 30s or 40s, maybe, but he was a lot younger than that too. James Cairn played the gentleman caller in Streetcar on Broadway. He was opposite me, or I was opposite him in Return of the Living Dead.
Right.
Oh, that's very cool.
That was one of the great stories he would tell me, because we would sit in the makeup chair, you know, every day, and he would tell me these great Hollywood stories. It was fantastic.
I was asked once in an interview, what is the thing you regret most about your business that you didn't do? And I said, was play Stanley in Streetcar Named Desire. I would have loved it. When I was young, I could have gotten away with it.
Sure.
Good looking and tough. And I could, Stella, I could do that. But I would love to have played it. Love to have played it. What would you have loved to play that you missed out on?
You know what I missed out on? And I met Oliver Stone in Platoon.
Oh, wow.
Platoon?
Yeah. That's a great
What
movie.
character?
Charlie Sheen part.
That's awesome.
Oh, Charlie Sheen's part. That's a good part.
I met Oliver over at Lionsgate. He was editing El Salvador. Have you seen that movie with James Woods? Fantastic. He was editing that, and we had an interview. We had a meet and greet, and I thought I was going to get that part, and broke my heart.
James Wood turned into a good actor. He got better as he got older.
He's a great actor. I like him as an actor.
A lot of actors are that way. I don't know if I got better as I got older. You know what? I got. Maybe you can relate to this. We can talk about this. The character I play now comes much easier than when I was younger. Do you find that to be?
Say again? The character
that you play.
Yes.
Easier now to us
yes.
than when I was younger.
Yeah, I definitely would do stuff differently now than I had done in the past, for sure.
Did you beat yourself up like I did when I was younger?
Not at the time. You know, you do the best you can that day, given the circumstances and where you're at with it.
Back then, if I didn't like what I did, I got crazy and beat myself up. Now, if I don't like what I did, I say, I don't give a shit. I got paid.
There you go.
So you lose the ability to act as you get older, the want, the desire, that intensity, that I've got to be great. I've got to win. I don't have that anymore. Now, you know what I have? I got to pee. Hold off, fellas.
Right. Okay.
So bucket list, male and female actor that you haven't worked with that you would like to work with.
Oh my God.
Wait. The second half of the question is, while you're thinking, if you could have ever been in any movie ever that's ever been made in history, and the actor could be living or dead, but any movie ever made in history, what movie would you have liked?
I love the Godfather Part 2. Probably one of my favorite movies.
We've had somebody say that before, so you're not the one, but that's cool. It's a great movie.
It's a great movie, and everyone's great in it. And it's one of the sequels that I think is better than the original, which is very hard to do.
Yeah, but I never cared to be in it because I live it. I live the Godfather life, so it wouldn't be acting. All I do is go back to Brooklyn, and there I am. I'm in the movies.
So male and female bucket list. Actor that you would like to work with that you haven't. They could be living or dead.
Let's see. I'd like to work with Robert Downey Jr. for sure. That would be great. I think he's turned out to be a great human being.
Yeah, fantastic.
And Meryl Streep would be phenomenal.
Everybody with Meryl. There are so many actresses.
She makes everyone better.
You think she does?
Yeah.
I think she's.
It's like playing tennis. You always play with someone better than you to up your game.
Do you play tennis?
I have, but I haven't not recently. Pickleball is a new thing.
Yeah, I know. I played tennis through college, and now I have a bad knee and I can't play.
Yeah.
But I wanted to learn how to play pickleball. Do you play pickleball?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I know a couple people here have courts.
Oh, that's
it's a lot of fun. You should pick up. You should the bad knee. You should probably take up ping pong then.
Yeah, I used to be really good in that too, but I have a friend, Steven Martinez, but I don't think he goes by. He's like one of the pickleball champions in the country, and he was a big soap opera actor. From
I have to get personal. I'm told I have to get personal.
Okay.
Children. Okay. Wife. Is your wife in the business?
She's not. Well, she was. She used to do. She's a journalist, so she would do the red carpet, interview people on the red carpet.
Oh, I feel sorry
for
her.
When they were doing junkets back in the day, she would go and they would send her wherever,
right,
all over the place. And we have 3 kids.
And they are boy, girls, what?
2 boys and a girl.
How old?
My daughter is in Prague right now. She's going to NYU. She's doing a semester in Prague this semester.
Her.
She's 19. My middle son's 22, and my older son's 24.
Are any of them in the business?
Yeah, absolutely. Do any of them want to be in the business?
My daughter is taking up photography, so maybe she'll become a DP at some point.
That's cool.
My 2 sons are not.
So you have no wannabes in the family?
No, and I wouldn't encourage it. Especially as a child, I would not encourage it.
No, I think you have to discover it on their own anyway.
I have 2 daughters, and my one daughter she was like won all these beauty pageants, and she became like a big model. And I said to her, "Why did you quit? You were starting to make money." She said, "If one more person touched my face, I was going to punch them."
Sure.
I can't stand being touched or looked at.
Yeah.
And she's so beautiful. And the other one was an actress. And I said to her, "So how come, Deirdre, you quit?" She said, "Because they're all crazy. You do it." And I said, "Okay." So my kids don't have a very high opinion of anything that's other than being normal and average.
I love it.
Your kids too.
I understand the model. I modeled for about 2 years. After I quit Lorimar, I did modeling, and then I did commercial actor. And yeah, it was very unfulfilling, to say the least.
Who did you model for back in the day?
My agent was Cunningham, and I did an Adidas campaign, catalogs, and no specific brand, just a bunch of different, I did runway shows downtown at the California Mart.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
Oh yeah, so you're a big guy. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm off the rack as far as I'm at 40 regular. That's a standard designer size before they go into production. So I almost did every
size.
Everything.
I modeled for Sears and Roebuck.
I did Sears. I did a Sears commercial. I mean, Sears.
No, I didn't do it. I was in the book.
Yeah, the catalog.
The catalog. They took one picture.
The dryer. These are the dryers.
So wait a minute, Tommy. They took one picture of me, and colorized it in 5 different suits.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Brown, black, blue, and gray.
Right.
And I quit. I never did it again. I didn't go anywhere.
The Adidas catalog was kind of cool because we were in Palm Springs for a week, and it was a great shoot.
When you're a young guy and you're a model, they love to sort of fix your trousers by your crotch for some reason. All the faggot guys, all the sissies, the queens. I'm allowed to say it because I'm gay. If you say it, you get sued or in trouble. Like black people are allowed to use the N-word.
Okay.
But we're not. White people.
Correct.
This is all bullshit of today. Years ago, we used to say everything and nobody gave a fuck. But today, everybody's so sensitive to everything that I don't belong in this world anymore. I keep telling Jimmy, I came from another world of freedom. I can't live in this world of we've lost our freedom of speech.
Well, hang in there.
I'm hanging in
So
there.
listen up, you guys. You can follow Tom on Instagram. He's at Tom Matthews, but he spells it a little different. It's
Tom.Matthews on Instagram.
Tom.Matthews, and Matthews only has one T, you guys. There you go.
That's the way my father spelled it. What are you going to do? There you go.
So you can follow him on Instagram. He's also Tom Matthews on Facebook. Are you on any other social media outlets or no?
I got an X, yeah, but I don't really
go on it.
Yeah, not much.
You know, you're more New York than you're LA. Are you sure you didn't live in New York?
My mom was from Pennsylvania. Maybe that has some from Scranton.
We lived there for 5 years.
Your whole demeanor,
yeah,
New York. Your attitude is New York, and your edges. You
Very,
have
laid
an
back.
edge, and that edge only comes from New York.
Forget about it. What are you talking about?
There you go. You could be in my movie because in LA, it's the dog. And I shot her beaver. If you ever say in Brooklyn, I shot her beaver, they beat the shit out of you. And they get away with it here. Oh, it's real neat. I shot her beaver. When they say that, I cringe. I say, what the fuck am I?
Have you lived in LA your whole life then?
Yeah, I lived in the same 40-mile radius my whole life. Yeah.
Same 40-mile radius your whole life.
He was born on Hollywood Boulevard. You can't get more LA than that.
Graduated from Fairfax High School. Went to summer school. Had to do a summer school at Hollywood High School. Fairfax is over by Melrose, and Fairfax right up the street from the world famous Farmers Market, which is now the Grove. And
Oh, yeah,
That's
Grove a
right.
lot.
My sister went to Hollywood High with Elizabeth Taylor back in those days.
That's cool.
Way back.
Way back.
Yeah.
My mom went to Immaculate Heart High School up on Sunset and Western.
All the way up.
Big girls' school, Catholic girls' school.
I think Joan Crawford's kid went there. I think. The one that wrote the book. The nasty book.
Oh,
Yeah, but I know
no.
people that knew Joan Crawford, and they said she was not mean or vicious. She was just crazy.
She's bipolar.
Same thing with Ava Gardner. I said to Jane Russell, who knew Ava Gardner well, what was Ava Gardner like? She said, nuts. So there you go. Ava Gardner was nuts. And Frank Sinatra couldn't get
Did
enough.
you have fun like while you were doing all these huge projects? Was it fun for you?
Yeah, it's great. I love it. It's good.
Do you love
traveling? I love, being on the set. Love working on the characters.
Do you love the social life? Or are you just an actor, or do you love?
Yeah, I don't have a lot of friends, but the ones I do have are core friends I've had for forever.
I tell Jimmy if I have to go to one more cocktail party, I'm going to shoot myself. I really am so tired of them nowadays. Shut up, Astro.
Just say no.
Nowadays, because there's nobody there. That's
I have to
a
go to
star.
network because I have to find funding for films and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I have to go, and so he goes.
Astro.
Stop it.
Yeah. Well, there's that part of it.
All right, so we've only got like a minute and a half left. So,
Yeah.
do you have anything
Let's say nice about him.
He's fabulous.
I like you. You're a nice guy. I could be friends with you. Astro, shut the fuck up before I give you away to Tom. Never happened. Never happened.
Oh my God,
He's the
that
love-
dog, like-
he's the love of my life.
All our dogs are big dogs. They're German Shepherds, and that my wife rescues.
We have this big
So
guy.
We have one big one,
Laying
but we
here.
don't have a big enough yard. You must have a big yard if you
we
can
have a big front. I'm almost on an acre.
Okay, yeah,
Oh.
so they can run around because
Yeah.
we live in Palm Springs, the backyards are like tiny.
Oh, my sister's in Palm Springs. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so
But
I go there all the time in high school. Get in
Our
trouble.
big dog, our Brazilian Fila Mastiff, he's on his way out. He's an old guy now.
Yeah.
He just sleeps all the time, and we're waiting for him to go.
Sure.
The vet said she's never seen a Mastiff this age yet.
he's
They
not
don't live
healthy.
this long.
They think he has cancer, but he's not in pain.
But
so
he's
we're
like
letting him
14
live.
years old, and they don't live that long.
Yeah, that's old for.
And
a
he
big
won't
dog.
give in. He won't give it right out. His name
His
is
name's Shazam.
Shazam.
He's a great dog. All our dogs are
He's
great.
beautiful. We have
So anyway, you guys, listen up. You guys. So do you have a project coming out that we should tell
We're
anybody about?
supposed to be doing. John Eisenberg's working on summer something. The sequel to a movie we did a couple years ago. We got
Okay.
really good reviews, and so there's working on that.
And
But
that's
you like
mostly it.
sequels. I think sequels, they just don't, you know.
Well, I'm in the first one, so it would make sense that they have a sequel.
That you're in it.
Yeah, no, I'm embarrassed to tell the title.
We got to go, so hurry up.
I'm in Clown Motel 3. You want to be in it?
Anyway, this is Tom Matthews. Follow him on Instagram at tom.matthews with a 1T.
Right.
Watch all his stuff. If you really want to watch something awesome, watch him as the psychopath in Paper Dolls if you can find it. I think it's on YouTube. The shit is the most awesome show ever. I loved it to death. Check out also the Return of the Living Dead and Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. And all his other great work. Thanks so much for coming on the show. We wish you all the luck with everything and have a great day.
Thanks, Jimmy.
You're a good guy.
Take care, Ron. Good seeing you guys.
Good
Bye-bye.
seeing you.
Thanks, everybody.
care.
See you guys
Yeah, babe.
next week, you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Take
Bye-bye.
Can turn out to be so wrong. Yeah, we in the mix. Yeah, we in the mix. It's another episode. Here we go. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest of today's celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Jimmy Star, he's the king of cool. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Come watch it live on W4CY Radio. Miss some past episodes, download on iTunes. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. It's the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.